When Dr. Todd was still living in the village, she was romantically involved with Vanessa. Captivated by Caitlin's charm, the village vet accepted her claims that Jacob Sugden was obsessed with her. Charity Dingle tried to warn Vanessa about Caitlin after becoming the target of the surgeon's blackmail. However, Vanessa dismissed Charity's concerns, assuming they came from jealousy over her former partner, rather than believing that Caitlin posed a genuine threat. Vanessa eventually realized that Dr. Todd was responsible for Charity's unusual behavior after Charity was questioned by D.S. Reed. She soon uncovered the truth about the traumatic experience Charity had endured at Caitlin's hands, and has since struggled to accept that she had been in a relationship with someone so dangerous. Earlier this week, Vanessa, Charity, and Mackenzie Boyd were informed that the CPS had decided not to pursue the case against Dr. Todd. Refusing to give up, Mack and Vanessa believed they could uncover evidence of more victims, leading Vanessa to visit the hospital. After speaking with HR representative Carol, she met a woman named Helen. When Charity joined them, they discovered Helen had also been sexually assaulted by Dr. Todd. Charity encouraged Helen to report the assault to the police, hoping it would strengthen the case against Caitlin. However, Helen chose not to revisit the painful chapter of her life, explaining that she had worked too hard to move on. Although disappointed, Charity respected her decision. The meeting with Helen gave Charity a fresh perspective. Motivated to focus on healing, she later urged Mackenzie to think about how he could deal with his own unresolved feelings surrounding Ross Barton. Trying to repair his marriage, Mack sought out Ross and admitted that he was unsure whether his love for Charity outweighed the resentment he still felt over what had happened. Ross advised Mackenzie not to let one terrible mistake define the rest of his life. Even though it was difficult to hear, Mack realized Ross had made a valid point. Back at the pub, Mack told Charity about his conversation with Ross and stressed that he had done it for the sake of their marriage. After everything they have been through, Charity and Mack finally seem ready to rebuild their relationship and move on together. Vanessa, however, is still consumed by anger. Unable to let go of everything Dr. Todd had done, Vanessa told Mack that Caitlin deserved to be behind bars. She then remarked that if Todd escaped punishment through the courts, she needed to pay in some other way. Those words could prove significant, especially as viewers already know that Dr. Todd will soon be murdered. Could Vanessa's chilling remark be a major clue that she will be the one who kills Dr. Todd? Emmerdale star teases Serena and Robert's future as another dangerous deception unfolds. Serena first appeared when Charity Dingle was at her lowest, struggling to cope with the emotional aftermath of being sexually assaulted by Dr. Todd. She offered Charity compassion and support as she finally opened up about the attack, the blackmail she had suffered, and the truth about baby Layla's real parentage. Believing their paths would never cross again, Charity had no idea Serena was actually related to Sarah and Robert Sugden. After arriving in the village, Serena quickly found herself on bad terms with Robert's fiancé, Aaron Dingle. His distrust stemmed from previous encounters with long-lost members of the Sugden family, particularly John Sugden. Discussing Serena's efforts to win Aaron over, Casey explained that Serena keeps trying to build a friendship despite being repeatedly pushed away. When Robert and Aaron uncovered the fact that Serena had lied about when she last saw John, she nearly lost her place in their lives. However, she managed to regain their trust and remain close to the family. Casey said Serena genuinely cares about Robert and desperately wants Aaron to accept her, but she refuses to give up no matter how many times she is rejected. She joked that Serena is like an irritating rash that never disappears, determined to stay around until Aaron finally accepts her presence. Protecting Serena's relationship with her cousin Robert is extremely important to her, and Casey has noticed viewers responding positively to their on-screen connection. She revealed that fans have commented online that the pair behave as though they have always been close relatives, something she believes accurately reflects their relationship. According to Casey, their bond is expected to grow over time, but even now, there is already genuine affection between them. She believes many viewers can relate to reconnecting with a family member after years apart while still feeling an instant connection because of their shared bloodline. Casey added that Robert's love for Serena remains strong despite the years they spent apart. She admitted there would naturally be consequences if Serena crossed certain lines, but at present their relationship is built on genuine family loyalty that many people understand. She explained that some relatives may rarely see each other, yet the affection never disappears, and she feels that warmth comes across naturally on screen. One mystery that continues to surround Serena is her determination to uncover whatever is hidden at Home Farm. Although the USB drive she previously stole turned out to be worthless, Serena refuses to abandon her mission and sneaks back into Home Farm, where she unexpectedly encounters Steve, an old associate of Kev Townsend, who is also breaking in. Casey insisted Serena has little fear of being caught and is not intimidated by Kim Tate either. She believes Serena is fearless and rarely backs down from anyone. Casey pointed out that Serena's experience in the police force, along with stories she has shared about her past confrontations, has made her confident in dangerous situations. She also said she personally relates to Serena because she practices kickboxing herself, making the character's fearless attitude feel believable. Speaking about Serena's encounter with Steve, Casey explained that Serena immediately tries to hide what she is doing by pretending she lives at Home Farm, despite still wearing gloves. She laughed that she instinctively hid her gloved hands behind her back, hoping Steve would not notice them. Because Serena had already seen signs of forced entry, she expected someone else might be inside and stayed alert throughout the confrontation. After Steve attacks Ross, Serena faces a difficult decision about whether to help him or escape before anyone discovers she was there. In that brief moment, she weighs the consequences of being caught against doing the right thing. Casey explained that Serena has no desire to draw attention to herself or answer awkward questions from her family after everything that has already happened. Ultimately, Serena chooses to protect herself first and attempts to flee, hoping to distance herself completely from Steve and convince everyone she has never met him before. Steve is completely unfazed by the situation and instead attempts to persuade Kev to join him in carrying out a robbery. At first, Kev has no idea what Steve is really planning, while Charles and Claudette Anderson also remain unaware of his true intentions. However, it's hinted that Steve's scheme could threaten the progress Kev has been making with Lewis. Elsewhere, Joe becomes increasingly suspicious that Dawn may still have unresolved feelings for Billy. His attention soon shifts, though, as he attempts to repair his strained relationship with his brother Noah Dingle, who is thinking about leaving the village. Joe's uncle and longtime rival Caleb steps in and deliberately ruins any chance of reconciliation, leaving Joe furious and determined to get revenge. Seeking answers, Joe heads to Caleb's depot to confront him over the conflict involving Noah. Emmerdale airs on weekdays at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with each episode also available to stream from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.